A woman walked into my pawn shop with a violin and asked if I could give her $50 for it. But when I looked at it, I realized it was a 1743 vintage violin worth millions. I asked where she got it, and she said, "My mother just left it for me. Please, is it worth anything? I need grocery money." Her kids were in the car outside, skinny and with torn clothes. I looked at the violin again. If I took it, I'd never have to work again. But as I watched her filling out the sale form, I simply couldn't do it. I went to tell her what it's worth, but then my boss Gerald came up and yanked the violin from her. "We'll take it." He was smiling wide, and I immediately realized he knew. He gave her the $50, and she said, "Thank you so much," and walked out before I could stop her. Gerald started laughing, screaming he was rich, calling the woman an idiot, and walked to the back with the violin. I watched her drive away, and when I looked over, Gerald was already taking pictures of the violin, planning to sell it. I couldn't believe it, and waited until he went to the bathroom. I quickly snuck in his office and grabbed the violin. I then took the woman's sale form she'd put her address down, and immediately ran out. I drove to her house while Gerald called screaming the whole way. I knocked on her door and saw her kids behind her, trying to cut up cardboard boxes into clothes. I explained to her that her violin was worth millions. Her jaw immediately dropped. She took the violin and started crying. I was happy, but then I saw a text from Gerald saying I was fired. I didn't care at first because I'd done the right thing. Until 4 weeks passed. I hadn't found a job and was short on rent. I swallowed my pride and went back to beg for my job. Gerald smirked. "You can have your job back, but only if you go and get the violin off the woman." I didn't want to do it, but my rent was due tomorrow. I was deciding what to do when I heard the doors open. The woman walked in, but she was holding an envelope. She gave it to me, and when I opened it, I saw a check for 25% of $4 million. I sold the violin. This is my way of saying thank you. I looked and saw her kids in her car, now smiling and wearing new clothes. Gerald saw the check and instantly freaked out. "Where's my cut?" The woman told him, "You paid $50 for something worth millions from a woman who needed grocery money. You don't get a cent." She walked out, and that's when one of the kids looked at Gerald and started playing an imaginary violin, say,